All right, you should know Baker Mayfield's record and stats by heart by now in his first 2 years. And let's take a look at them and see what will back him up also. There you see Baker Mayfield 2018 and 2019. And 63.8% completions in 18, and then 59.4 in 19. The stats don't look all that bad except for one thing: interceptions and sacks. Not too good. Doug Lesmerises is back with us. Case Keenum gets picked up by the Browns yesterday, and you talked about it earlier. It's a move that had to be made, but I think everybody understands he's going to be there for Baker Mayfield, and will be ready if there's an injury. But they're not making it a quarterback derby, are they? I would hope not.
No, nobody makes it a quarterback derby in year 3 of a highly picked quarterback. You look at what the Bears are doing right now with Northeast Ohio's Mitch Trubisky, the number 2 pick in the draft the year ahead of Baker. They brought in Nick Foles now as competition, but Trubisky is a year ahead of Baker. You look at what the Titans did, bringing in Ryan Tannehill to compete with Marcus Mariota and then have to take that job. But that was later. That was more like year 4, maybe year 5. It wasn't year 3. Part of the deal with this is when you draft a quarterback number 1, you gain the idea that he knows I'm the guy for an extended period of time. You don't use that certainty to your advantage. You're giving up some of what you get by taking a guy number 1. Baker Mayfield will not be and should not be looking over his shoulder. That would only be a negative. You're all in. When you take a quarterback number 1, you are all in for at least 3 years. At least. So this is not even a discussion, and this is just a good, smart backup to A, help Baker mature as a quarterback, and B, be ready if Baker Mayfield gets hurt. But this is smart planning, but it's the farthest thing from competition because it's not what teams do.
Well, in Keenum's case, he's 32 years old. It seems like, although again, like I said earlier, it seems like every move looks like the right thing in March, but he seems to be the right guy. There are some that you can't easily talk them into being the mentor. You've got a problem that way because everybody thinks, most people think, and Tom Brady's the perfect example, think that they got to drag them out of there to tell them it's time to give it up. But apparently they are convinced because of the relationship that Keenum had with Stefanski. One assumes that Stefanski thinks he can handle it that way and will be good in that position, rather than looking at it the other way as becoming the starter. So it seems to be a good move all the way around. Of course, you had drew-stanton before, and he was injured. We don't know what his deal was. Here you see Stanton versus Keenum, and games 38 for Stanton, and he started his rookie year back in 2007. Keenum started in 2012, and there you see 52% completions for Stanton, 62 for Keenum, and touchdowns 20 versus 75. So that's an upgrade right there. And if he can handle that, Doug, I think it's a great move.
This is a little counterintuitive, but I think this is how this works. You have to get a franchise quarterback to compete in the NFL, right? You must. But then once you get the franchise quarterback, you build a team around him so that if he gets hurt, you can win without him. Just what the Philadelphia Eagles did with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. Nick Foles was in competition for Carson Wentz, and they handed Carson Wentz that job. They traded Sam Bradford, so there was no doubt about anything. Carson Wentz, you're our guy. But when Carson Wentz got hurt, they had built a full team around him. Nick Foles was competent, and you win the Super Bowl. That's what this is. And then as soon as Carson Wentz was healthy, he was the guy again. So this is smart team building. It's multi-step smart team building. Get the quarterback, build the team, then ensure the quarterback position. Case Keenum is smart insurance.